Yeah, we got Arabi, Divine Law, Queen Mecca, I got Sincere, the original Mr. 120, RDM Chemistry, The Bar, what's the deal? So we anything what's the latest occurrence? We had a brother, he hit me with a comment. He hit me with a comment that kind of inspired today's live. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, though, did we got anything we want to get into before we tackle that topic? So see, really, we got all gladiators in here right now. Everybody here right now has been dealing with random Jews for quite some time. SW. Hey, look, I'm still waiting to see what's going on with Menendez. I can't figure that one out yet. Menendez has been indicted in every term. Is there any type of documentation on that? Is New Jersey the state with the most indicted politicians? Did you know that at one point, like the last 4 mayors of Camden was locked up? Like 4 mayors in a row got locked up. 4 mayors of Camden. I'm not. You check the files on that, but that's the way I recall it. That's the W said Camden is bad. Yeah. But you know what's funny? I heard that at one time, Camden was the the number one city in America somehow. Like I don't think the most rich people in America live there, but they were saying that in terms of factories and everything, that is right there. You got the port of Philadelphia right there. You got the port of New York right there. You got I-95. So Camden was in close proximity to get goods to wherever in the country. And that Camden at one time had like a negative unemployment rate. That there was no such thing as no jobs in Camden. As Debbie said, it was a transit hub. Yeah, I mean, the commerce hub. Yeah, that's what I heard about, Camden and what it once was. That's crazy. You said, I think Trump is from New York and he has more indictments than the feds have to give. Now, in terms of that, that's another, to show you how wisdom has to be clear. Now, Trump is the politician, right? As a single person, he's probably been indicted for more crimes than any other single politician. But what I'm saying is that in Jersey, the number of politicians that have been indicted, right, is nothing in comparison. I haven't heard about that in other states. RDM Chemistry said, I didn't know you was an authoritative producer, MC of the Bronx War Story. Yeah, that was that's a part of the history. That's a part of the history. Yeah, Jersey is the politics out there. Hey, listen, I don't, we don't want to just go off on Jersey, but I'm gonna tell you another wild thing that happened in Jersey. Wild thing that happened in Jersey. I don't know if the rest of the country is aware of. The governor, had his boyfriend living in the mansion, right? And he's married. He's got his boyfriend living in the mansion, and he's giving his boyfriend a high-ranking job in the state government. Only in New Jersey. Yeah, McGreevy, that's a yeah, listen. Is that listen, I'm not making that up, man. SW's right here, man. I'm not making that up, man. This dude had his boyfriend living in the thing, and then look, this was SW. This is what took the cake when he had that press conference. Look, and his wife is right here. I think his mom's over there. His pops couldn't be able to bring himself. his, pop, his pops couldn't even show face. His pops couldn't even show face when that happened, man. That's crazy, man. But yeah, Trump, you're right, man. Trump is facing so many indictments. Trump is facing so many indictments, and you know what's wild is that he's still, for somebody to be facing that many indictments and still be at that level, in terms of being able to win the presidency, to me, that's wild. Like there's some things that's different in America right now that like see how you got like no conflict going on, everything is escalating, and people talking shit to America. See, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen back in the days. But yes, at the end of the day, we got to live with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, getting into the topics at hand for the day, right? Layers of comment. Because I got a comment here. From Double Edge. Double Edge is always home. Let me see if we get Double Edge here. Double Edge is, he's serious. He's serious about trying to get an understanding. So this is off the live stream. Which piece is still you? And who's his comment now? So he says, moving at a terrific speed of 1,037 and third miles per hour around the sun. Sun draws the water up, and the Earth's gravitational pull draws it back down, depending on how heavy it is. I attract unlight and make it change into light. Example would be if I'm having a heated discussion with my Earth and it gets so deep to the point where she starts crying. Those tears are the water I draw up out the Earth. Same when dealing with perspiration, which is sweat that comes from working out or running, traveling. Same as inspiration when you raise someone's desire to do better. Expiration basically is not magnetic, not moving, frozen, etc., etc. So layers of current. You know what I'm saying? Layers of understanding, that you can gain from one thing. You know what I mean? A current of air, right, it's a directed flow of air. You know what I'm saying? Concentrated so that you can move drops of water or drops of ice. You know what I'm saying? Air particles, whatever it may be, right? But when we dealing with on this degree right here, right, where I suppose he's talking, right? You got solids, liquids, and gases, right? Now we've already, we say that the water is wisdom, right? That's like our words or our actions, right? So what is the air? What is the gases? That's not a rhetorical question there. We got a number of scholars here. We should be able to get some answers in here fairly swiftly. What is the gases? See, because then we're gonna come back to this right here because see, so self-realization says that the air, the gases, is the thoughts. Anybody else? This guy right here isn't trouble too much. As long as he's quiet, he's good. Who's it? Oh, that's your man. Only self-realization, has some kind of idea right here. So Black Justice said thoughts, knowledge. So So Queen Michael wants to know if they're internal or external gases. I mean, I'm fairly sure they're all the same gases, uh, but I'm not specifying which one. So I got sincere said gases are the predetermined idea. Okay, we ideas, concepts from Black justice. So Divine Allah said thoughts. Well, gases does sound like guesses. Okay. So we got the bar said the gases are her thoughts formed on the basis of her emotions. All right, now we get into what I'm talking about. You see what the bar did, right? You see, you gotta remember in all these layers of current, right, is a certain reality. So see, the point what I'm saying is okay, now let's go back to this statement right here. Let's go back to the comment, right? Moving at a terrific speed of 1,037 and third miles per hour around the sun, on its way around the sun draws this water up into the earth's. Well, let me just read what he put. Moving at terrific speed of 1,037 and third miles per hour around the sun. Sun draws the water up, and the Earth gravitational pull draws it back down, depending on how heavy it is. I attract unlight and make it change into light. Example would be if I'm having a heated discussion with my Earth and it gets so deep to the point where she starts crying. Those tears are the water I draw up out the earth. Same when dealing with perspiration, which is sweat that comes from working out or running, traveling, same as inspiration when you raise someone's desire to do better. Expiration basically is not magnetic, not moving, frozen, etc., etc. Peace. Right now, look. How many people understood? How many people understood what I just read? If you understood what I just read, because look, if you understood what I just read, right? I'm gonna put the link in here. You come on and break it down for me. If you didn't understand what I just read, type 2 in the comment box. You know, if you don't want to come on, type 1 in the comment box. If you understood what I just read, type 2 if you didn't understand what I just said. See, Abdul Rahman, I figured you would understand. You see, you know, you can't apply logic to illogic. Like somebody's never going to do something stupid, right? And then you think about it and be like, oh, that makes sense. So Arabi said, somewhat unintelligible. So Queen Mega said, the sun draws the water up, the God draws the earth up. As within, so without, as without, so within. I understand from experience, my emotions change the weather all the time. Wow. So the bar asked if I could read the statement again. Moving at a terrific speed of 1,037 and a third miles per hour around the sun. Sun draws the water up, and the Earth gravitational pull pulls it back down, depending on how heavy it is. I attract unlight and make it change into light. Example would be if I'm having a heated discussion with my earth and it gets so deep to the point where she starts crying, those tears of the water I draw up out the earth. Same when dealing with perspiration, which is sweat that comes from working out or running, traveling. Same as inspiration, when you raise someone's desire to do better. Expiration basically is not magnetic, not moving, frozen, etc., etc. Now, you see what's happening here. Okay, so RDM chemistry, you said you understand this, right? Okay, so break this down for me. Because see, there's some things like, see, for instance, right? You said the Earth's gravitational pull draws the water back down. What does that part mean? You really, what does all of it mean? But I'm saying if break it down for me. See, because see, what's happening here is you're switching from current to current. See, there's some things that he's saying here, right? Like he's saying that when the woman cries, that's drawing the water up, right? Now, for the most part, the terminology that we use for crying is distilling. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the water's coming down. You see what I'm saying? Drawing the water up, right, is when you drawing her up to her fullest equality. You understand what I'm saying? This would be when she's elevated. But RDM chemistry waiting on you. So you gotta, look, you gotta be careful with this cross referencing. You gotta, it might seem like I'm just freestyling, right? But there's a science to it.
I never heard of things being drawn down.
I never heard of things being drawn down either. He probably was fast typing, you know what I'm saying? But it also happens, like for instance, right here, when he says, I attract unlike and make it change into light. RDM chemistry. We're waiting. We need. I mean, see, because let me tell you what it is. Right? You go out into the world. Right? You go out into the world, and you're teaching, right? And okay, why the Musa are having a hard time civilizing the devil, right? But why are you having a hard time with what you're doing? So you gotta remember everything that's in the degrees, right? That's somebody else's what they talking about. See, even when they say what will be your rewards in regards to destruction of the devil, that's what Elijah said he getting out of it. That's what he's in the game for. Everybody's not in the game for that. See, that's what happened in every movement that happened. See, all that Black Lives Matter stuff, everybody wasn't out there protesting for the same thing. See what I'm saying? So what will be your rewards? That's not a rhetorical question. But yeah, just RDM chemistry, we taking a long time to type this up. We trying to You see some of this stuff, right? Some of this stuff, I understand what you mean, or I understand what you might mean, but you got to say what you mean. You see what I'm saying? Because you, like I said, why you having a hard time civilizing the devil? You could be having a hard, well, not civilizing the devil, but why you having a hard time civilizing in general, right? It could be because the knowledge and wisdom that you're giving out is bullshit. Not saying that the brother is teaching bullshit, but just saying that why are you having a hard time? Maybe you having a hard time because you ain't even opening your mouth. Maybe you having a hard time because you're over here trying to convince your friends, trying to what's that word? Trying to proselytize instead of teach. RDM chemistry said, I misunderstood. Now that I heard it again, I didn't hear the gravitational pulling down part. Okay, but what, that was just one part. What's the part that you understood though? Javon said, I think the reward would be simply a peace of mind and less conflict in life. See, I can't what you getting out of it, that's what you're getting out of it. See, like I told you, look, see, the 40 questions is the 40 questions, right? The 120, well, it's not 120 questions because you got 6 statements, 15 questions, and 15 answers, which it is a little bit funny there when it says, well, I could hardly believe that unless they was deaf, dumb, and blind. That's more of a statement, right? But it's questioning the last statement, right? And after that, you got what, 79 questions, 79 answers, right? And you got 22 facts. See? Now, those questions, right? That's in the 1 to 10, the 1 to 14, and the 1 to 40, right? And those facts, you got to show and prove that yourself. See, it say Elijah is one of the lost and found. And see, you always talking all this shit about how you rose above all this shit, and now you got the supreme understanding. So now you're supposed to be able to answer those questions yourself. Now, look, you might come up with the same answer that Elijah gave. Because what? It's right and exact. But this is what we all got to do. I'm born power. So RDM chemistry said the gases drawing the water up, then crying would be distilling back to the planet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. See, because look, and this is key. This is another thing. This is why, see, don't take this the wrong way. Because see, what happens is a lot of times when a person says something that's not right and exact, is because they got underlying misconceptions, right? And if you don't never say that, then the people who can help you with that, they don't know. Said he's asking that the sun cause ice by still drawing the water up. And is that via a weak current? Who's asking that? Said, does the sun cause ice by still drawing the water up? The sun draws the water up. The layers of current is the difference between drops of water or drops of ice or light fluffy form, which is called snow. Oh, you talking about this? Yeah, hey, look, like I said, I don't understand. I don't know. Outborn Power Set, Understanding the Steps to Civilizing the 85% by Dumar Wadi. Now, what is in that? What is in that? This is the type of thing that I'm talking about, right? Where, y'all got all this stuff all neatly bound up in it. This looks like a lesson or something. I didn't, they told me all of this stuff, but it's almost like they practicing on me until they wrote it down. They wrote it down. So yeah, I never saw this. What is this? Understanding. Is this that stuff that Dumar used to his packets? Self-realization said that's interesting because that's how fractals work. See I'm running my mouth. So what happens is I talked about something 5 to 10 minutes ago, and now I'm in the flow. And so you got to be a little. What's how fractals work? And maybe you want to expand on what fractals is for the rest of it. Devon says some people also say things not right and exact intentionally to deceive. I mean, well, what do you mean by that? He said the ice would be caused by the water hitting a cold current. So I want power. This is what I'm saying. So these is his little booklets that he was selling at the rallies. 793rd. So I'm sure you at the beginning. By the time you catch up to that 793rd, we've given New Jersey we did a little expose on New Jersey politicians earlier. It wasn't. So where's it published? So Double Edge is busy today. Double Edge is busy today. He can't make it. Harmony, equality. He can't make it in today, but yeah, just a national statement. You talking about that was on the back of the paper? You talking about that used to be on the back of the paper back in the days? Well, I said I was responding to when you stated people say things not right exact due to misconception. I'm saying that some people just blatantly lie while knowing the truth. I mean, now look, that's true. But see, this is also why I disagree with his statement where he said, I attract the unlike and turn them into light. See, this motherfucker ain't supposed to be around us that you just talking about divine triple lot. He ain't supposed to be around us. See, this is what I mean, man. If a motherfucker got to be qualified to make the devil, how you don't got to be qualified to be one of us? Okay, so yeah, I've seen this before from Dumont. I've seen this national state. But I'm saying, listen, I've never received anything written down from Dumont. I got some stuff that I get from him. But certain people, yeah, he never gave me nothing written down. You see what I'm saying? Stop attracting the unlike. Stop attracting the unlike. That's proselytizing. See, because buildings do the opposite. See, when you start building, right? See, the motherfuckers who they like, man, I don't hear none of that guy shit. And they go their way. And the people that's intrigued, like, yo, bro, what you mean by that? Why you keep saying you got? But if you attracting the unlight and trying to turn them into light, it is who they is. Like right now, this dog right here, you think I'm gonna teach this dog and then he's gonna become like me? See, listen, people now, and they'll say another thing, that's the much harder thing to do. Anyway. Some people are savage, they don't even know it. Like see all them people dealing with over there in the Middle East, they're savage. And they expect me to pick a side on who's the most savage. Bro, you forgot who I am, man. Like anytime you reach the point where you think it's a justification, right? Let me tell all y'all, new people, that's not our teachings. If you reach the point where you think killing babies is somehow justified, you're a sicko. See, because even in our lessons, man, it's this forgotten trick knowledge. Yakub had to teach them this trick knowledge, even after they was made to death. And then they forgot it. And Musa had to come 2,000 years later to teach them this forgotten trick knowledge. So see, even if it was babies and they was devils, guys, see, my duty is to teach. See, me and God was building, let me tell you something. See, if something happens to you, right, that you respond, that says something about what happened to you. But how you respond says something about you. Like right now, person A slaps person B in the face. Person B goes and tells the police. Person A slaps person C in the face. Person C slaps him right back. Person A slaps person D in the face. Person D hits them with a 28 piece. Person A slaps person E in the face. Person E goes home, comes back with the hammer, and blasts him in the face. See, those are all different people. See, all those reactions tell you who you're dealing with. Like right now, listen, trigger one. Trigger one. Let me make it a little bit more clear. Let's say somebody is inappropriate with a minor in your family? Are you gonna serve justice by going to be inappropriate with a minor in their family? See, motherfucker used to say something, man. Just you got the 85 and the 5, right? And when you go out there to civilize the 85, y'all keep talking about civilizing the 85, right? Don't take the 8 off the 85's 5 and put it on yours. And you took his 8 and put it on you. See? That's why it ain't no middle. It don't say build, maintain, or destroy. It's build or destroy. So relating into that, right? If you become the devil, right, in the midst of taking the devil off your planet, then guess what? The devil is not off your planet because you became that devil to do that. See, that's what our teachings is. That's why we're not, we pro righteousness and anti devilry. Stuff's over. Kept a few topics there. But the boss said you become a victim. I mean, but listen, even that's funny. Let me ask you a question. Here's a question. Let's put this. Let's put this. Right. Uh, if you were 5%, right? 5%, and then you go back to Christianity, right? Do you go back to being an 85%? If you have a 5% that goes back to Christianity, is he then an 85%? That's not rhetorical. So Du Bois said, no, you do not become at 85%. The original Mr. 120 said he was always at 85%. As W said, he becomes at 85%. Anyone else? Any of the scholars? Any of the scholars care to? As W said, sweet Jesus got him. The bar said he is one who is given knowledge, and if he goes back to the temple, then he now is a savage. I got sincere said 10%. RDM chemistry said he was at 85% because the law wasn't in their heart and mind. Du Bois said because you did not keep and live according to the knowledge taught to him. Black Justice said, yes, you would have fell victim. Shanali, Queen Megan said, how could you forget knowledge? So let's start right there, right? I got sincere. If I had a bell here, we have if a person has this knowledge, right, they can never go back to not knowing. You cannot unspill that milk. So indeed, they go back to being 10% because in the midst of being with all them 85s, they still be having this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like they praying with everybody else, but everybody else hasn't been exposed to us. You know what I'm saying? So you know some shit that they don't know, you the 10%. You understand what I'm saying? Now look, even this concept, you see how this concept works. How this concept works in the what's the name, right? You have wild animals, right? And you have domesticated animals. And then you have animals that escape from domestication or whatever, and they go back into the wild, right? Those animals are not wild anymore. They're feral. They can't be classified as strictly wild anymore because see, even in the time that they was domesticated, right? The people was fucking with their genes. Not, Yakuza, but I'm saying that the animal husbandry, where, you starting off with a cow that's kind of skinny, but the way you breeding them, you breed them till they bigger and bigger. You understand what I'm saying? Just like your dog is breeded. If he go back into nature, that's still a part of his history right there that was breeded into him. You see what I mean? His height, how fast he run, how his nose look, is always going to be affected by this time in his history. You see what I'm saying? So yes, when a person come amongst us and they go back out there, because look, that's what they do. Listen, go, especially when you talk about these other organizations, right? Go look at their leadership. They all used to have the knowledge. Go look at their leadership. Everybody tell you, yeah, I used to be divine ruler. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, I was justice board. I was justice board. Can't go back. One Power said people have to realize the term 85% is only a mathematical breakdown that explains the mental and physical conditions our people is in. So break it down for us, guy. Now look, this is true. Original Mr. 120 and Divine, y'all are correct, right? That there is many who came amongst us, right, and never internalized the knowledge. So you could classify them as never was, right? But here's the thing. What if they gave somebody the knowledge before they fell victim? By strict definition of the degree, because look, I know people like that. I know people that came into the knowledge, taught people that still got the knowledge, and they not with us no more. Listen, like I said, go to any mosque, go to any mosque, take a survey of the ministers, and you're gonna find people that was here that taught people that still here, and they not. Shout out to my NOI brothers, you not fuck with y'all. You see, I keep telling people that's only me. See, we play like that. We family. Even though, look, I think you didn't go to the Western name. I expect you to be there.
What's that?
When you put the Elijah Muhammad sign.
Oh, yeah, I saw when you put it up.
Yeah, but it didn't look like it was a lot of like. I'm expecting. Yeah, I'm expecting a biggie shit up. That's what I'm gonna feel like this is Elijah fucking Muhammad, man. Man. Yeah. There was somebody here who said they was I think the grandson and either the niece or the granddaughter or something like that. But I'm expecting everybody because At the time, they said that's the first street in the country named after Elijah Muhammad, which was to me already shocking.
My parents that they don't really love a lot, that they love rap no more.
Yeah, see.
That's the whole other
Yeah. Nah, see, over here we fucking a lot, you know. You know what I'm saying? Levy Turner said a conduit for water is called a channel. And yeah, that's what ends up happening. You know what I'm saying? That's what ends up happening. Is that, you know, like how the motherfucker said, look, you the water bearer, you carry the water. You carry the water.
We ain't even taking
Hey, listen, you ain't take not one drink. Hey, listen, let's go back a couple days. You was the keeper of the lock, not the holder of the key. You see, that's why you end up in a situation like that, how you end up. You said going to the NOI is slightly different than going back to Christianity. Slightly. You know, but listen, no matter what you're dealing with, right? It's a matter of how you drawing it up. Because, you know, when you go into the principles, right? Like when you go into the Jews, supreme mathematics, right? The Jewish mathematics, right? 18 commandments, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's how they draw it up. You know what I'm saying? The Christians, they got the same mathematics. They got the same. You see, it's how they draw it up. You see what I'm saying? There's motherfuckers over here with us that's they worse than Christians. So see, that's why I can talk about that in a while, because I know who my brothers is that know who they is. And I know who the ones is that can just go right back and worship Christianity and it'll be the same. You know, but look, Divine, I will say this much about that distinction that you made, right? And this is, listen, I do ask motherfuckers that. Like if I see somebody that's like, yo, you know, that was the guy, right? And they, you know, I ask them, but did you go back to eating pig though? Like that's it. Listen, if you went back to eating pig, you know, now you full on savage. You know, you can go in the NOI and look, that's the growth and development of you. You a good Muslim, you're not a good father. So go do that. That's what you need to do. But you know, if you go back to eating pig meat, like we ain't even talking about Twinkies and shit, if you eating byproducts, you know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about byproducts. We talking about you back to eating ham and cheese and pork chops and shit. And more in queso. You said because going to the NOI, you still got the lessons. If you go to Christianity, you got to throw your lessons away. I mean, now look, you're right about that. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, and you know, if I'm doing my job, right? If I'm doing my job, I'm not making a distinction, but you can see the distinction, right? Between even us on here. You can see the distinction between me having these lessons, right, along with supreme mathematics, right, for 4 decades, right, as opposed to some of the younger brothers on here that's just getting the lessons. So see, if it was just the lessons that made you like that, right, then we would all be able to come on here and build. See what I'm saying? I'm not see because look, even in the lessons, right? When it says let me see a good line. Okay. When it says Muhammad learned that he cannot reform the devil, so they had to be murdered. Now, if you don't have the supreme mathematics and you don't have our mindset of civilization and righteousness, right? What are you going to do with that? True Soul said, I stopped eating pork before I got the knowledge. I mean, look, these are the different things. You know, when people come into the knowledge, we got all different things that we have to. So, like, I didn't believe in the 10%. I didn't know that the black man was God, but I didn't believe in 10%. You know, it was too much inconsistencies. Like I was telling people the other day, you know, you telling me the story about Jonah and the whale, and then I seen George and the orca, you know, and I'm in school and I'm learning about the digestive system and all this shit. And I'm like, man, how the fuck did this happen? You know, along with a couple other things where it was just like, you know, so I just stopped believing in 10%. But we at that juncture too, because y'all ain't gonna make me miss. I got some things I gotta catch. See what it is. Let me tell you what it is. Matter of fact, do we got the see? Yeah, I can't put it up right now. But can I? Let me see. Let me see if I can get this photograph up to the screen. Oh yeah, by the way, Lord Graceful Malik, we're gonna be having the memorial for him uh this this not this Saturday, next Saturday. Oh wait, it's only Monday right now, right? Hmm. That's how we mapping it out, man. Anybody out there? See, we got to get the word out. That's you know what I'm saying. I don't want to say this Saturday, and then we don't get the word out, and then people miss it. You understand what I mean? But listen, uh, we didn't get a chance to we didn't get a chance to do no memorial, man, for Lord Graceful, man. You know, that's one of our most beloved brothers right there. You know, showed us a lot of science. But you know, we on the job though. We on the job. That's not gonna go without uh without him being, recalled in how you put it, recalled in perfection with where you do your page. You said RDM chemistry said anyone without proper understanding. See, this is a new thing y'all started right here too. Y'all writing like a Bible verse, 10, 10, 1 and 14, like 10 semicolon 1 and 14. I started seeing that. That was new. That's an internet thing. But anyway, you said that anyone without proper understanding of the 10th degree and the 1 and 14 would probably physically kill someone. You can take the probably off. You can take the would off. You understand what I mean? That's in the history of time. So just to say that, nah, it's not. I've been not understanding that. People give out the whole 120. Yeah, God, people just need 120. There you go. If they knew how to act, would outside be like that? You're losing their mind. Said 8th degree and 5th degree and 136. If a man has fear within him, he can't recognize his uncle as his father's brother. 13th degree and 136. Yours got who is his own self? Mine say, what is his own self? But that's some Dumont shit right there. You talking some Dumont shit right there. That's you must have came by here and visited Dumont. That's some Dumont shit right there. Yeah, but Lovey Turner, can you get the word out in Medina's for me? If you can get the word out.
Where's the bill? Next Saturday or Saturday?
I mean, it's a matter of, getting the word out. I'm ready now. Where's Shimon still out there? I don't know, man. Let's take a vote. What should we do? If we should do this Saturday, put 1 in the box. If we should do next Saturday, put 2 in the box. Like Jesse said, it was an old school pastor named Reverend Ike, straight 10%, try blurring the lines. Now listen, let me tell you something. Reverend Ike, I used to go to Reverend Ike's church on 175th Street in Broadway. That's Amsterdam? Not Amsterdam, was the other side.
Yeah, I used to go in. My mother took me.
You talking about by the Port Authority up there? The Port Authority on 178th
I
Street.
was little, but I remember Reverend Ike. I remember seeing that motherfucker in person.
Yeah, that's Broadway. Wait, Amsterdam, Country Cross. Yeah, that's Broadway. But yeah, I should go to. Yeah. Look, remember it? It was a big thing up in a big circle with the lights and shit.
It was like a big chandelier.
Yeah, something right in the middle of the shit. That's the we should shit, bro. That was a designated seat. Yeah, I should go there. All right, now, Abdul Rahman, I'm gonna warn you. You've been in your pocket, but I'm gonna warn you. Playtime's over. Edward Green. But I'm gonna tell you something though about Reverend Knight though, right? And see, this is going back to what we were saying, right? See, you keep saying RDM chemistry, you said word is born, they would physically kill devils. Take the wood out, is what I'm telling you. This misunderstanding has already been arrived at. They do both Saturdays. Listen, right? Hey, buddy, but see, let me tell you something about Reverend Knight, right? Is that he wasn't fully a preacher. Reverend Knight was more of a motivational speaker. And see, he got a lot of his bullshit from preachers, right? The way he charging people and he was sending you the cloth and shit.
Yeah.
When you, when you
Oil and shit.
yeah, you gotta buy.
Yeah.
You gotta buy this special cloth and shit that's blessed and shit. Look, don't try to send your own cloth because this is special cloth. Yeah, I was there. But see, one thing about him though, he was talking about people having the power, within themselves. That things was about your idea. You understand what I mean? Now, he's telling people a dream in terms of the prosperity shit, but he's telling people that it's your mindset, right? You can't be thinking like a slave and shit and expecting to be a god. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, see me, that I got the knowledge of self, I can go to Reverend Knight Church and get the church and get the truth. You understand what I'm saying? It don't matter. I can read War and Peace and come on here and drop the same signs. You know who showed me that? Highborn Power. Dumont YD. Dumont comes to the rally and tell you the story of the three little pigs in a way that show and prove the black man's God. Little Red Riding Hood, all that shit. I grew up with that, man. Dumont tell you Little Red Riding Hood in a way that show and prove the black man's God. And show and prove, listen, each of the three little pigs had a different degree of knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? You have to beat it. All right, now look. Abdul Rahman. See, because I'm tired of you. Here's what we're going to do, Abdul Rahman. Show you how this works. You see that? You got 5 minutes to hit the cash shot before I eliminate you from this live stream forever. 5 minutes. You're down to 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Hold on, let me put that there for you, just in case you forgot it. Not like you ever hit it before. I'm tired of you. See, you're gonna have to pay me to deal with you, just like them people down at the psych ward. Let me put this up at the top. Let me put this up at the top so you can keep it in mind, so that you can always see it and keep in mind. Anytime you keep fucking playing with me, you ain't kicked off this fucking live. Turkey boy. So where was we? Right, so you said the Universal Parliament is the 29th. Yeah, so you're right about that. That might make this Saturday the best Saturday, right? Because birds have to come up 2 days in a row. That might be a little. You seen video? Highborn Power said you seen video of what? True self. Oh, you talking to Wise? You talking to West Coast Wise? But yeah, we got any other questions there? Hey man, listen. Uh uh 793rd it's called the poor man's rate. I have no idea. So we gotta reintroduce the poor man's rate.
Yeah, more.
Yeah. Any last questions before we wind this one down? You know, we gotta I know what you asking questions for. You got 30 seconds, bro. See, let me tell you something. You know, there's a little entertainment factor. There's a little entertainment factor, right? Where I human people like this. You know what I'm saying? Like we all seen, just the internet in general, TikTok, YouTube, et cetera, has shown you that, you know, uh, the internet in general has shown you, right, that when you turn the camera on, motherfuckers be, they entertain, right? So yeah, the camera's on, yeah, we have a little bit of fun, right? Especially because look, I had to show that because everybody just knew this one, out of my whole life, this one night, that's what everybody thought of me. So look, I show people I got, we deal with love, peace, and happiness over here too. But there's a fucking limit. I'm gonna get this thing out. Got rid of him. That is that. Off with your head, man. I see some people here, you better stop playing. See, you got a bill. See, that's the thing that's the dynamic of this thing right here. Is that see, you just blips on the screen. You just blips on the screen until I know what you're doing in real life. See what he's doing. Juan said, when a person is smart and witty, how much of that is nature and how much is nurture? Good question. I mean, well, smart is a little bit, it's a little bit static. You know what I'm saying? With this, there's smart and there's educated. So those are a little two different categories there. I don't know if that touches on what you're saying. Or as you said, yeah, or you've seen one of the rallies where Dumas was breaking down the three little pigs. But look, imagine just having that every day. Like where as he's thinking these things up, you like the sounding board there. But absolutely, walking with God, you know what I'm saying? Nature and nurture, right? Walking with God, is definitely whatever is your nature, right? Everything from, uh, early childhood nutrition, to different things and ideas that you're being exposed to, right, could either limit or bring out the fullest potential of your natural intelligence. True Self said, wisely nurtured and naturally nurtured is and can be different. So how do you see that? What is the difference between wisely nurtured and naturally nurtured? Which one? Peace. Yeah, but what you're saying is, what's the difference there? Peace. Yeah, not for nothing. Some of y'all is foul. I'm just trying to see this because listen, before I told Abdul Rahman he had 5 minutes to hit the cash out, it was like 20 something, 21, 22 people on his live stream. Now all of a sudden there's 45 people on the live stream. You see how y'all negative? You see how y'all negative? See, well, y'all always show up for something like that. It's good. It's good. So Edward Green said, smart is subjective. Witty is a characteristic, but that can be subjective as well. Yeah. Abdul Rahman is a good example of that, where he thinks he's witty. But really, listen, when I say into the wicked, thou shalt surely die, how many warnings, it's supposed to tell you, I ain't got to keep warning you. And even today, I told you, you've been warned. King Mad says, when do you think it's appropriate to knowledge plus lessons, before or after you knowledge 120? Everything after you knowledge 120. See, here's the thing. Look at it like this. If you're so smart that you can analyze all these plus lessons, then you should be able to learn 120 like that. Yeah, close it. Hit the bottom lock.
And put this back and close it.
Yeah, don't mind.
Set engage the bottom lock.
Yeah. Put the bottom lock on. Yeah. Supreme Math and 120, and then study everything that you're interested in. But there's a certain thing about that, right? Where it says that the amount of time that it takes you to unlearn a bad skill, right? Something that you're doing wrong, right? Then it takes for you to learn it the right way the first time. And see, that's what happens when you start getting into all this plus stuff, man. Right? Is that, 120 has been vetted. Bit page. But see, those plus lessons, depending on, do you know the people that wrote those lessons? See, all that other things starts to come into play. Whereas, see, 120 is prepared, right? Specifically for us, right? It's not prepared for people in the Middle East 1,400 years ago, 2,000 years ago. It's not prepared for people in India 5,000 years ago. It's not prepared for people in Egypt 5,000. It's prepared for us right here in the North America. Now that other stuff, right? You got to go in there with your sword up. Tell you got to go on 20 with your sword up. But listen, when you reading that other stuff, that's full of mysteries and riddles. You need to already be on point. So True Self says skill can top intuition and vice versa. Hold on, let me go back to your first statement because you're breaking that down. You said wisely nurtured and naturally nurtured can be different. You say skill can top intuition. What I'm saying now, skill is definitely nurtured. Intuition, I don't know if it's nurtured. I mean, you can nurture your ability to intuit. I think the word nurture might be a little misplaced there. Where you're saying wisely nurtured versus naturally kind of endowed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, uh, you know, this person A might be taller than person B, right? So your intuition would tell you that person A is better at basketball than person B. But skill level, right? Person A could be, take your pick of any center in the NBA, and person B could be Steph Curry. So Do we have any other questions here? Going once, going twice, last little couple, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we're gonna be on tomorrow. Look, we're gonna go ahead and make that this weekend. You know what? We're gonna have to do that this weekend. Love Eternal. Thanks for that advice right there about we don't want to make it clash with the rally. So we're gonna do it this Saturday. I actually wasn't thinking, but today being Monday is enough time for us to get the word out because you know, Lord Graceful, people gonna make that extra trip. People gonna pay attention. So everybody right here, hit your text messages, whatever, and let people know that this Saturday at a law school, we're gonna be having a memorial for Lord Graceful Malik Allah. Any last questions there? Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. I was supposed to be. So Divine Allah said, can a person who watches Jerry Springer all day and never reads be intelligent? I don't appreciate you. I don't appreciate you speaking of my Jerry Springer watching in this kind of light like this. Love Eternal said the line between nature and nurture in many fields is flat and blurry. Indeed. So hold up, let's see if we can. Got something here. Wow, a little something, man, just to show y'all the growth and development. But Divine Lives, listen, Jerry Springer, I probably was the first person to watch Jerry Springer. It was one day I do listen. One day I was watching Jerry Springer, right? And I was looking at how ridiculous it was, and it hit me that I was participating. As ridiculous as this shit is, me watching it, I'm participating. So that's when I stopped. Cold tries to watch the whole one. But look, I started from back in the days, really. Before Jerry Springer, before all of that, right? It used to be this show called Nine Broadcast Plaza with a dude named Richard Bay. And before him, that kind of format was kind of serious. Like you had the comedy people like Johnny Carson and whatever, they had their talk shows, you know what I'm saying? But the other people like Dick Cavett and all of these dudes, they were serious. You know what I'm saying? And then kind of from them, you had Donahue and Sonny Jesse Raphael. Oprah came out, a little before him and all of that. But the dude, Richard Bay, that was his show, was just to bring the most ridiculous stuff onto the show. And it should be come on after the news. And so, when Jerry Springer came out, it was one of the things where the craziness that was on non-broadcast plaza seemed tame and shit. Like that ain't even. It's like, looking at the women who dress risque in the '90s. That's nothing to the women right now. Like that's women feel overdressed. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, Morton Downey Jr. I used to watch Morton Downey Jr., but he was a little more trying to be serious, but he just was very entertaining. You understand what I mean? This shit was funny. Look, I remember when the Muslims came on here. You remember when the NOI came on Morton Downey Jr.? I used to watch all that. Until, like I said, one day I realized that, I'm just as ridiculous as these motherfuckers participating in this shit. You understand? But I guess I mitigated it with a little bit of reading. So that's where I kind of don't fit into your question right there. But most definitely. District 120, you come in at the last minute, but we had a couple different layers of current. So oh yeah, I keep saying I'm wait, I got it. Wait, what just happened? Hold on, I got something. Shit, open backwards is hard. Yeah, I mean, open backwards is hard, but that's where she put her. That's the name of her company, like Evergreen said. But why is trying to show y'all this little progress here? Oh no wonder. Trying to show y'all this little price, this little progress here. Why is this happening? Here we go. Hold on, we're gonna go out with a little bit of a bang here and show y'all some uh some progress that we have made here on the Random Jewels channel that y'all probably are not aware of. You know how my computer does. Some days it takes a good minute. That's why I need to start selling y'all. I need to start selling y'all sovereignty papers. I sell y'all some sovereignty papers, then I get a new computer. Let's see if we can. You talk to boy mastermind. What he supposed to do? Oh man. There's one thing about these alerts that come on your phone. One thing about these alerts that come on your phone, man. Some of this stuff, man. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can do it like this here. I know it's taking a long time, but this is this is dope. I don't know what's happening. Let's trash people. You see it's it's not really- Yeah, body. Shit. Y'all know that. Can everyone see that right there? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Because I don't know what's going on with my speakers over here. Got all types of that going on. So yeah, this right here is the logo. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but it's been this. I think that might be about 2 years. At least a year and some change ago. You know what I'm saying? A group of us, we put our heads together and we formed an LLC. You know what I'm saying? And since then, we've been doing, uh, we've been doing business. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we got some endeavors on the table. We about to, get out there. Also, we about to form a 501c3. You know what I'm saying? So that we can uh, make some moves. We on this poor part of the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? So uh, we don't want to go the route that they're going in the Middle East right now. Right. So we got to prepare ourselves to be able to make moves on this poor part of the planet Earth. So like I said, we've been successful enough with the Random Jewels Unlimited group, the Random Jewels Group Unlimited. We've been successful enough that now we're gonna do the 501c3. We got a couple of projects going on over here. We about to have a video and photography program. You know what I'm saying? The Random Jewels Group Unlimited. We added on some funds for the cameras and the other materials that they need for that. Y'all know that the book bags, the showing proof, all of that has been being organized and administered through the Random Jewels group. So, this logo right here, we just got this one. You know what I'm saying? We was kind of using the logo already from the Whistle name. So, we're gonna be changing that soon. You know what I'm saying? Getting that up there. And you know, y'all gotta feel who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta, we all gotta build where we at. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, between time, don't think that uh when that cash app address is up there that you know uh we ain't doing that, but that's not why we do it for. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, that's what you know, 2023, we brought that from a small thing into something where we making moves with now. So, that's all I know. It was a long time I had y'all waiting. But at the end of the day, this is where it started from. You know what I'm saying? From, me just running my mouth. And then I realized that this accumulation of people and shit, what I mean? I could just start covering all types of negativity or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Or I can sell you sovereignty papers, which I'm probably gonna do. But I also could plant some seeds, man, where what I'm saying, we could build and add on. So that's the route we decided to go. But in the meantime, between time, we done. I'm gonna sign off and say peace. And we'll be back here, same GOD time, same GOD channel. Peace.